serves low to the net and precise against the most complete player in the game. This one comes a little 100%. Tough to say, but even at less than 100%, Ma Long can be very difficult to beat. He's going to be over the table, very strong, but receives are difficult against Ma Long. Ooh. Look at this over the... Ma Long recognizes with height that he can keep the racket closed, avoid the back edge of the table, and steal the attack. Calderano's going to have to find ways to vary the serve, whether it's fast and long into the backhand, a little bit shorter to the forehand side, mix it up. Well, definitely short Chinese players left. Fan Zhendong has been knocked out as well. So Ma here. A little bit, but he's got Calderano where he wants him. Back behind the table, that solid forehand flick game. This ball comes over, it's not. See how Ma Long gets in to take it right off the bounce, take it early to keep it short. Do the best he can. Forehand flick behind the net, inside the baseline. Clever will be playing the Dark Knight, Ling Gaoyuan, in the quarterfinals. Hugo Calderano having some trouble keeping balance. Whether it's a break off the top of the net or anything to help change the pace, it's going to work in Ma Long's favor. Beautiful. Unpredictability is going to be a huge factor here for Hugo Calderano. He doesn't show where he's going. He keeps his body squared up to Ma Long. Calderano will need that advantage taking the first. Now, in terms of Ma Long and dealing with foreigners, he had 4.5 years without losing a single match to a foreigner. 4.5 years. Most months, most days, I guess, spent at world #1. 3 years old, has 13 more years of experience and opportunity. This is a bigger title. This is the biggest tournament of the year. All the other titles. Calderano 2 points away from taking game 1. Solid forehand. 10. Calderano not going to rush in early. I'm going to wait patiently and see. Just a quick lean back, and it's enough for him to make the forehand. What a turn and what balance from Hugo Calderano. Game 1, the thrill from Brazil, the pride of Latin America, is leading 1-0. We'll be back for game number 2 right after this. In the world, but even fans in China are excited for a serious challenge to the top since 2000. Change of pace, at least as a complete player. Beautiful bounces. One, look at his body language. He's turning right there for the forehand. These are combinations that Hugo is bringing. He's not making Ma Long's job very easy. A little bit off the top of the net, but the pass ago, you watch Calderano play these shots and you said, man, this guy's got an incredible backhand, but it's not super consistent. Well, it was consistent enough to beat Fan Zhendong. The World Tour Grand Finals in Korea. Timeout called on Ma Long's side, a timeout for Calderano, or just between games. You can see what side spin is on it, but the question is how much. Right back with waiting for the winner of Wang Yang and Simon Gauzy, the Frenchman who knocked out Xu Xin. Good side. One thing he credited for his victory was love. Ma Long has a strong love now as a father. Perfect placement. It was Qatar in 2018 where Hugo Calderano really put himself on the map, beating Timo Boll, Ling Gaoyuan, maybe dropping one game along the way to Timo. China's hit list, so that you're studied and that the players are well prepared. Floaty serve, Ma Long with the racket open. Watch one more time. Little rotation, it's popped up. This is why sometimes serving with less spin is more. Ma Long knows this and knows it well, but still tough to recognize. And with the backhand that Hugo Calderano. Right down the line. Mind of Calderano, combined with all the work that he's put in and the skill sets to make this shot under pressure. That ball was maybe halfway to its peak or just past. Fair to say that the gap seems to be closing. Still a ways to go. That the rest of the world is upping their game and making it closer. Makes the sport that much more unpredictable and that much more exciting. Along with the hooking forehand from the middle of the table. Calderano's got his share of hooking forehands position for Ma Long's opening big forehand. What a surprise of the racket, as if you might get a push, and it looks like it. The racket's back, and at the last moment, he turns it. I call it the points in a row for the dictator. Calderano, when you think about the players who are challenging the top Chinese players, the top players in the world, their backhands are crucial. Hadimo to stage. Leave wipes to the face as he gets ready for the serve. Outstanding, most important matches, and it's tied up at 1 game apiece. We'll be back for game number 3 to see who takes the lead right after this. Both times they played before, it's been a best of 5 at teams events. Tokyo 2014, World Championships 2018 in Halmstad. Calderano here. Ma Long handling the pressure well again. The way he just guides it forward with such a short handle power. If you can let Fan Zhendong take the first swing, hit you hard, get it back into play. Says a lot. Not just confidence. Ma Long doesn't care too much about if it's jaw. He's had to do it in the past. Beautiful. Big start here out of the gates. Now, as strong as Hugo Calderano is, and as well as he's played against some of the top Chinese players, leaping backhand, York on top. I was going to say, though, with Hugo Calderano's record, still Ma Long the most impressive record in the game. Facial expression right there, just a sniff from Calderano. Extending his lead. Continue the regime. So the length on the push says, Calderano, you can flip it or try to push it again. But if you flip, it's probably not going to be strong enough to get the next attack. So far, Ma Long with a lot of pressure on his side now. Of course, he wants to take it personally, cement his name in history. And now, just too tricky. Ball from Calderano first that he can open on, and Calderano's backpedaling, trying to guess where Ma Long's going to go. Tactically, he's a genius. Technically, he's as sound as they come. It's a 2-1 lead. The dictator side spinning his way through. He's up 2-1 and we'll be back for game number 4 right after this. Players back for game number 4. Ma Long with the serve on his side, leading 2-1 over Hugo Calderano. Deep on the table from the backhand. There's a look at the stance. Good spin from Ma Long. Oh, that two-hander, a winner with it, just mixing it up from behind the table. Very interesting. If it comes down, both him and Simon Gauzy, good friends, teammates, and the same coach, have both pulled out the two-handed backhand, but Calderano's went viral when it worked against Harimoto. This is something he's trained against robots. You can see him on Facebook, practicing this in the practice hall. Timo a get well soon as possible. Back from the timeout, we'll see what Hugo has to bring. Confident in his first ball against the attack. And that's consistent. So forehand here, spins it right into the body, but waits patiently in the middle. If Calderano's bending backhand comes down, Ma Long is there. Rene Mounier said it all. Geez, what's it gonna take against this guy? Hugo hits 2 blasts of shots with his backhand from a step and a half to 2 steps behind the table. And it's the hard hooking forehand. Not a huge follow through. Just enough. Shinja Jian says, okay, from time to time your opponent will do this. 1 serving 5 now. And it is important that Calderano does take risks. As I've talked about throughout broadcasts over the year, needs to play above level, needs to take risks, take the chance. Despite a strong start. The chop along one of the 3 best chop blockers in the game. Some might say blessed. We have at best 1 player in the men's singles final. 2-9 lead or deficit recovered in this tournament. With Hugo Calderano looping. I mean, you see people blocking in the practice hall with the same body language as Ma Long has for the first 2 blocks in this rally. Sees the opportunity to punch down the line, but it's Calderano who secures the point. Down 6 now at the second towel break coming out of it. 7 game points for Ma Long. Oh, behind the back does not work. Ma Long fooling Hugo Calderano, but it's not over yet. Stay right here because game 5 is coming up right after this. Global news shortly. Tomokazu Harimoto has just been knocked out of the tournament by An Jae-hyun of Korea. Months ago. Right there, An Jae-hyun, wow, welcome to the world of table tennis globally. And in his crushing, flat-hitting forehand, but Hugo Calderano's got his back against the ropes. After Qatar, watching Ma Long win that, my Maji, which is Taiwanese slang for best friend, said to me he thinks Ma Long was at about 80% to a fully loaded tank of gas. With Ma Long at world #1 from March of 2015 through December of 2017, where people admired him, they called him not human, supernatural on the table. Still in danger of Ma Long's forehand counterattack. Look at this one sit. Doesn't miss by a lot. Just sits up high enough for Calderano to have his chance, and he takes advantage. But during that time, during those 30, we've seen Harimoto beat him. We've seen Fan Zhendong beat him recently. See him back at him in preparation for Tokyo 2020. For everyone on the other half of the draw, Tomokazu Harimoto, that was the best chance he has had. And right now would have been an amazing time to be the youngest ever world champion by 2 years. But that opportunity has been taken away. First off of the best split possible in terms of fairness, but it's completely random. Long and the backhand to follow. Look at that reaction from Ma Long, pulling a Ma Lin behind the head with the racket. Ma Long's just so dangerous when he has his positioning. If you get into the counter rally half distance, it's too tough. Calderano is going to have to take the ball early. What can't do? The forehand flick wide, maybe into the body. But Ma Long's just too fast. He's positioned in a way that he's ready to cover the middle, and still he reaches the wide forehand. Liang Jinquin has beaten Fan Zhendong, and he could definitely beat Ma Long. Now Ma Long has a very underappreciated backhand. The timeout on Ma Long's side for some action. 5-8 on the serve for Calderano. Fierce as can be. Like an angel. The dark night in the last 8. Beautiful player. Not yet. Calderano with more than his sleeves right now. He's got the towel, he's got the time, and he's got 2 more points to go to at least tie it up. But still the game will not have been won. Oh, the net ball. Unbelievable finish here. Calderano makes a big shot there tonight. Ling Gaoyuan versus the captain, the dragon, the dictator, Ma Long in the round of 8. Stick around, we've got more table tennis coming up for you. The match to follow, Simon Gauzy, the man of the tournament so far, having knocked out Xu Xin, versus Slovakia's chopper, Wang Yang. Should be a thrill. Stay right here.
You can choose